According to the software, we are live. Let's pretend it actually worked. I never know when it starts.
Excellent.
Hi, everyone who is watching us. My name is Magda, and I haven't seen you in a while, at least not live. So, hello, welcome back. You'll probably get sick of me over the next couple of weeks because I will be doing little 15-minute chats like this one with our amazing, awesome, renowned, whatever other cool word you can think of, speakers who are going to be joining Kocharia at our Awake, Aware, Arise event. So please join me. Take a look at, I believe on both YouTube and on Facebook, automatically you can see all the upcoming live streams scheduled. So please take a look at those and then just, bookmark it, add a reminder, etc. I'm not sure how it works on LinkedIn because streaming is pretty new to LinkedIn. So just, check out my LinkedIn page and hopefully I will have the wherewithal to actually share all the upcoming streams. Anyway, long introduction aside. Awake, Aware, Arise is an event that we are incredibly excited about. It's going to be happening over 5 weeks, actually, September 21st through October 23rd. Each day, Monday through Thursday, we're going to have 3 different panels or individual dialogues with some people who are coaches, some who aren't, some who are leaders of companies, of departments, others who just have some cool life experience to share. And the goal is to raise everyone's awareness of the kinds of things that we can do as individuals within our families and communities and workplaces to affect some of the global systemic problems that are all around us. I'm talking things like racism, violence, marginalization of women. I mean, there's so many different topics, which is why it's going to take 5 weeks and 3 sessions a day to barely scratch the surface. But I encourage you to check out the schedule at awakeawarearise.com or just reach out to me and I'll happily point you in the right direction. But it's a free event. We want as many of you to come and listen and learn and get inspired and inspire us, because all of our events are about sharing and discussion and having a dialogue, because the more we talk, the more we know, and the more we can do to improve ourselves and the world around us. So without further ado, thank you to my first guest on these little sessions. I'm surprised that you said yes, because oh my God, you're such a shy little blossom. Um, Meg,
Hello.
hello.
Thank you so
Um,
much for having me, and I'll be the guinea pig.
Great. It's so nice that there's some people who just kind of still trust me.
Excellent.
We haven't interacted enough for you to not trust me yet. So, Meg, you have a session, a panel session, I believe, at our Awake, Aware, Arise, and
Yes.
the topic is Strength in Uncertainty, and it'll take place on October 6th at 5 p.m. GMT. Everything is in GMT, so people from around the globe can convert it to their own time zones. But 5 p.m. GMT on October 6th, Strength in Uncertainty. Why don't you tell us a little bit about, who you are and this session?
Absolutely. Thank you. Well, my name is Meg Buzzi, and I'm a certified coach. I also do a lot of facilitation in communities and around conversations, building conversations that matter, and creating spaces for us to have deep and transformative conversations. So I'm so excited and grateful to be part of the Awake, Aware, Arise conference, and I'm really excited about this panel because I think no one would disagree that we are in a time of uncertainty. So we're definitely in a time of great shifts of chaos, of change, whether that's I'm here in California. We're seeing a lot of climate chaos happening in our areas. And so at every level, politically and geographically, and also within our own lives and our own careers, facing a lot of change and uncertainty right now. And so I've gathered together a panel of my colleagues who are also coaches, facilitators, and really systems change experts to come in and talk around um, what kinds of things can we utilize? What kinds of practices can we utilize now to help us cope during these times of uncertainty? And beyond just coping, beyond just surviving, how can we thrive and have strength in these times?
Mm. Yeah, there's some big concepts you talked about. First of all, strength.
Right.
Even right now with everything that's happening, it's hard to even think about being strong. Um,
Yes.
so I'm curious. So will you be talking about particular techniques, or yeah, tell me about what this
Right.
strength you're going to help us with is.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely want to be practical. So, uh, myself, I'm from the Midwest, and so I'm just a practical person. So even though I love theory and methods as much as the next person, I also really think that I'd like to give our audience takeaways that they can immediately put into practice. And my colleagues on the panel um, have a great blend of both understanding, again, at that like big headline systems level, what are some of the things that are happening, and then down at, I always call it at the micro level, what can we do day to day to help us um, create calm, create clarity, create pause that moves us through our days so that we're more conscious of the decisions we're making or the choices we're making in these times.
So systemic problems by definition are ginormous.
Right.
And I can imagine that just as a lot of people are um, skeptical of, I can be strong right now,
Right.
there's going to be others who are going to say, well, hold on, individuals impacting systemic problems, come on.
Yeah. Well, there's an old ancient spiritual cliche, right? That's as within, so without. So, how I interpret that is all of the chaos that we're feeling outside ourselves is also happening inside us in a little microcosm. So, we're just this one fractal of this larger sense of all of these issues swirling around, right? And so, one of the things I like to talk about in my practice and on this panel is this difference between focusing on the macro, which are these bigger things that it can feel hard or impossible to control or impact, versus things that are micro, things that are within our realm of possibility to control or impact or change, even at a minute to minute level. So there are all these micro practices that we can bring into our days to help us make it through. And one of those simple things, oh, hello, Kitty.
Where are you, Sarsha?
um,
Hello, co-host.
one of the simple things that we can do as a micro practice is um, taking a pause. So when we notice ourselves feeling really stressed out, really anxious, if we suddenly feel that fight or flight reaction, if we're feeling adrenaline, and that it doesn't matter if it's in response to um, your kid's online Zoom link isn't working, or whether it's an email that you have to send to your boss. Um, there's a way to bring pause into those moments to allow you to let the adrenaline release and get back to a clear thinking place so that you can make wise decisions about your next move. And your next move might just be to lunch. It doesn't necessarily have to be like the next move in your career, but really taking things down to a smaller level and looking at where can we make little adjustments to our behavior to make us feel like we are in more control of our circumstance and we do have enough breath and space to move forward thoughtfully.
That sounds excellent, and I think I need that. Half the
We all need it.
half the things that I
Yes.
can, that are bothering me personally right now. I think self-awareness I'm already pretty good at. Self-management I was good at, and then I feel like every day when the new disaster on the 2020 bingo card happens.
Yes.
The anxiety rises, like you said, the adrenaline, and I feel like I'm on the verge of panic attacks several times a day. So this will be
Yeah, I
useful.
think that's, two things that brings up to me. Even for people who are self-aware, who are in the coaching field, are also having these issues, these like moments of panic, these moments of just, I don't know what to do. And I think there are so many opportunities to reframe it for ourselves and also just be there to support each other. Even just hearing that other people are having the same experience and you're not crazy and you're not the only one feeling this anxiety is also powerful at a collective level.
And the little things will add up. If we all
Little
feel a little
things
bit
add up.
better,
Yeah.
then yeah. Cool. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I kind of wish this was before the conference starts because part
Right,
of my
right.
personal anxiety is around this entire event. It's going to be humongous. Thank you so much, Meg. It's lovely to see you as usual. I'm looking forward to seeing who you brought on the panel because you are a great coach in person and speaker and everything else. And surely the guests you're bringing along will be just as amazing. So pressure
Yes,
is
we're
on.
we're really excited. We're going to have folks from all over the country and
Excellent.
from all our different time zones and with different areas of specialty. So I asked them all to bring their magic bag of tricks and
Ooh.
tips and exercises and things they love that jog them out of that place of anxiety or stuckness or just this sense of everything is uncertain. So really very much looking forward to it. One of the greatest things about this time of uncertainty is that it just creates very fertile ground. So if you think about, all of these old systems crashing down or breaking apart, and the things that are breaking apart are making room for the new. And so inside yourself, if when you're ready to come to this panel, make a little room for the new, make just a little room for, maybe it's a new habit, maybe it's a new trick, maybe it's a new exercise. But the idea of really inviting a little bit of space for yourself and saying, the old way is gone. I'm going to investigate and leave a little space for the new.
And the new doesn't necessarily need to be what is currently happening. So anyone who's listening,
Right.
who's one of those people who's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to spend my quarantining or lockdown learning a new skill. That's okay. This is not a space where we're going to tell you reinvent yourself. It's a space to take a breather and learn how to cope with what's happening so that you can figure out what the next step for you is. So
Absolutely.
this is a no
And you,
pressure zone. It's an inspirational zone.
yes, no pressure zone. And actually, the breath part is one of the biggest parts. So when you say breather, it's like we're hoping this whole panel will just feel like a breather. You're taking a breather. We definitely want a lot of participation and questions. We're here to really help you discover something new about how you can reconnect with yourself and reground yourself in these times.
I love it. So everyone, we're going to take pictures of you when you get there. And then afterwards, I want a picture like this. Oh,
There will be less
there won't be any
lines,
pictures, but you
there will
can.
be less frowns. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much, Megan. Thanks everyone for watching. The event again is called Awake, Aware, Arise. And you can check out the schedule as well as all of our lovely speakers like Meg on awakeawarearise.com. Or you can just go straight and register. I put the link in the comments of Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube, where we are currently live on 3 platforms. Go technology. The event is free, so please register once, and then you can attend as many sessions as you want. And please spread the word, invite your friends. If you're an accredited coach, then you're also able to purchase CCE or CPD credits if you want to renew your ICF or your EMCC coaching credentials. So there's an administrative fee and that's it. So you can definitely get a lot more utility out of these sessions if you're a coach. But as I was saying that, I'm thinking, you know what, like this is actually probably better even for non-coaches, because as coaches, we tend to know a lot, we learn a lot, whereas
Right.
non-coaches, you get to see an insight into our world and learn the tools that um, that we utilize to help people. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Meg, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
And
you
thanks.
so much. So excited to be a part of it. Welcome everyone, and excited to see who shows up on the 6th. Thank you.
Awesome. We'll see you there. Bye,
All right.
everyone.
Bye-bye.